Here's a video of the 2013 Corvette, kind of our new track car. Blast to drive, lots of potential. Just give you a little overview of kind of what I've been driving recently. So this is a 2013 Z06, pretty much bone stock except a few little modifications. So you got the CCW wheels, 18 by 11, 18 by 12 front and rear. A little stickier rubber. The rears now we got 330, 340, 335 with tires, and the front is 315. Stock exhaust. We just leave the exhaust valves open. You can take the fuse out of the control panel under the passenger seat. Lets the car kind of stay nice and loud. These wheels are pretty sick, really expensive though. We got AP Racing, big brake kit front and rear. Got seat and harnesses, Recaro bar. Z06, 500 horsepower to the crank stock. Really no modifications on the motor. I did install this little hood vent from Track Spec. A lot of extra cooling. Alright, here, let's check what's under the hood. Pretty much bone stock though. So there you go, LS7. I did take the engine cover off. Everything's bone stock. Intake. The only thing I basically upgraded was the brake fluid. I put SRF, Castro, the best stuff in the business. Crank is nice and smooth down there. Beautiful engine. Here's a view of what the rear end looks like. So it's got like a hatchback. I got that's the Recaro bar. Got a little bit of some stuff to do my video capturing for autocross and track days. Battery sits back here in the right corner. That's pretty much it. It's a nice car, fast. Let's see what we can do. The driver. So, stock steering wheel. Car has very little miles on it. Manual. This actually has adjustable sliders for the seats. Here's a look at the interior. There we got the seats. Got a little fire extinguisher. Recaro seats. These are the Profi SPG XLs. They actually fit pretty well. Thought I'd have a hard time. Stock steering wheels, and we got Schroth harnesses. Here's a view of the Corvette on the bend pack lift, 4-post lift, great to do quick services and stuff. Fits really well in our garage. We had to get as you can see, a little high ceiling garage door there. It's kind of how she sits on the lift. It's all her tools and stuff. And here's a little quick overview under the underside. Big Corvette rear end. So now I'll come around and give you guys a quick overview of the Corvette. So on the rears, these are the CCW TS12s, 18 by 12 with BF Goodwrench 1.5 Rival S tires. And you got the AP Racing radi-cal big brake kit on the rear. Huge difference in braking performance with this. The rear end doesn't overheat. And then we'll come down to here. You can see here I have a little bit of a, that's the ZR1 splitter, side skirt. Here's the front rim, which is a CCW TS12 also, but this one's 18 by 11. It's probably like the biggest you can fit on the front end without any modification. And again, we have another AP Racing radi-cal brake kit right on there. So let's go take a look under the car. We'll start at the rear end. I'll come over here. So as you can see, here's the rear end. This is the nice thing about this 4-post slip. You can really take a look. So these are the rear sway bars, the T1 GM rear sway bar. Stock muffler exhaust, it's fairly loud. And then I got a little tow hook right here from Phoenix Performance. And as you can see, there's the, so the exhaust pipe to the right is the exhaust valve that allows you to control the sound. Normally I leave it open to get the most noise. And then if you look in here, so this is a little bit of the suspension. You got adjustable end links for the sway bar, Koni yellow shocks up there. Trying to get in there, nice view right there, yeah. And there's the rear end right there. Otherwise, fairly, I have these special, I can see in there, those are the AMT camber plate, adjustable camber. It really it locks the camber and toe in really accurately, as you can see there. And then here's the other end right here. So everything's pretty much in good condition. And then we go to the underside. That's the transmission. Stock exhaust with X-pipe. We have a little, so this shield actually under the on top of the exhaust helps kind of reduce the cabin temperatures, because this car gets really hot, and then the heat from the exhaust radiates into the body, which then you feel like on the side of the when you're driving. So it's kind of annoying. Here's the clutch, stock everything, oil filter, stock cats. Here's another view of those camber AMT camber lockouts. There's one side. The other one you can't really see, but it's in there. It's right up there. And then this is the front suspension. Again, we have T1 front sway bar. We actually put some brake ducting because the front end does get really hot with the brakes. Trying to get in here so you guys can get a better view. Yeah, so we have little brake ducts that feed into the rotors there. They actually use the factory air inlets on the front bumper. Got an adjustable end link. More camber plates right there. And then now this is the rear leaf spring, which we actually did upgrade front and rear. We put the T1 leaf spring for the Z1, so it's a little bit stiffer. Front end doesn't bottom out on hard braking. Here's a view of the left front. And then here, everything else is pretty much stock. Got stock radiator here. And then I can show you the air scoops. So on the factory, from the factory, as you can see, I also have a front tow hook right here that goes into the bumper. It was a very nice clean install. It mounts onto the front crash bar. And then right here, those are the intake scoops for the brake ducts. So you have one on the left side here on the driver left, and then you have one here on the driver right. That's kind of where the brake ducts get fed in. Some people opt to put it kind of up here. They cut out those areas, but I've heard that that can actually affect your coolant temperatures and stuff, because you're taking air from the radiator. So that's kind of an overview of the whole car on the bottom end. All right, so now we're gonna lower the Corvette with the bend pack lift, as you can see here. So it's pretty simple. You have there's an air release here, and then you got that's the button to actually lift up the car on the hydraulic lift. You basically have to hold both down at the same time, and then it gets done. So I'll show you that right now. This is kind of the setup here. We got our lifts, and then, you know, someday I'll go over through, we got a little extra goodies here. So this is the 993 Carrera 96, pretty much track. This is my S2000, was a track car, put it back to stock. Really fun car to drive. 993 is kind of similar. You have Recaro seats, same ones, profi. So I'll try to make a video on these cars soon, but in the meantime, it's the most I can do.